world? This is Brother Ali. I'm chilling in Philly, Black and Nobel bookstore. You know, it's iconic, you know, becoming definitely an iconic, legendary space. I subscribe to the YouTube channel.
So y'all know, this is the home away from home, so Philly really is a home away from home. I got a lot of beloved people here. My sister right here has been working with us for a very long time. We appreciate you very much. And thank you, brother. We appreciate you. Yes. And some of y'all have been seeing for a long time. There's people here that have been seeing for years and years and years, and we appreciate it.
I've definitely watched, you know, Professor Griff and Dr. Umar Abdullah Johnson. And,
right where you standing.
Right, standing right here, you know. Griff getting down. Do you understand? Do you follow me? You know what I'm saying? Peace to Griff. I love Professor Griff. So we were just talking a little bit about running a tour. I'm a hip-hop artist, independent, and I've been able to tour and feed my family from touring independently for 12 years. And I've done everything from the smallest clubs to the biggest festivals. Freeway and Jack Frost and the crew from here, from Philly. Also, Brand Nubian was the first to take me on tour. A group called Atmosphere actually was first. And then Brand Nubian took me on tour. Rakim took me on tour a few times. Ghostface took us on tour a few times. But so I started out doing those things, but then was able to do Rock the Bells multiple times and, you know, played at Coachella and all those. And then overseas too, like all of the European joints. The big one, Glastonbury, that's out there by Stonehenge in the UK.
I would say that one of my favorite rap groups and just musical groups of all time, obviously, is The Roots. Obviously, y'all got it. That's right. My brother Jack Frost. I'm saying I didn't mean to put you on the spot or anything, but can you come and spit some of that? Make some noise, dig down deep, show some love for Jack Frost. What's the deal, Philly?
So I've been doing this as a small business, running it like a small business, just my touring company for 12 years, and haven't had to have another job, haven't had to, you know, interact with the industry in that sense. And so we're just talking about how to set that up. And it really, we should look at our touring careers as a small business so that the merchandise and the, you know, the music that we release, a lot of people don't make money for their music now. Even big artists on major labels don't make money from necessarily selling their music. But that music is a advertisement for the touring. And so you put the music out and then the music becomes part of their life and then they want to see it. And so we're just talking about, you know, thinking about some of the essentials of that, because this is a way that traditionally so many small businesses just don't exist. Like for Black and Nobel to be an independent bookstore in America, especially black-owned bookstore, is a very rare thing. And you know, all of these businesses, big companies have come in and taken them over and pushed the independent people out. But music has historically been one way that people of color and poor people can still have our own business.
Thank you very much. So that's the end of our set. Usually we go off the stage and then you call us to come back out. And we come back out and there's this musician thing where you make this face like you have no idea this is what happening. And then you do something that you rehearsed before you left for tour. So that just feels very corny to me. So it's okay if we skip all that and just go straight to the album. That's what's up, but I want to bring the people back on stage that I have with us because I'm away from my family for 7 months at a time. And the people that I bring with me matter a lot to me, both as artists but also as people, because I'm around them for so long and they are my family when I'm gone. So these are people that love their music, but also their heart and who they are as people. And I want to apologize to the sisters, to the women here tonight, because you should never pay your money and come to a show and not see yourself on stage.
You know, I always have a group of people that I tour with. You know, a lot of people bring their boys on tour. And you have to think about, like, if you opened a store like Black and Nobel, you know, would this guy, you know, Man, would that be your, would you have him work in the store? Because if not, he might not be the guy you want to bring on tour. Everybody should have more than one job. Just like I'm sure everybody here does multiple things, you know what I'm saying, for what we do, to make it as efficient as possible. You know, so I have one guy that drives, he's a sound man, and he also handles the books when we're on tour. So for his weekly salary, he does those 3 jobs in one person. I have one guy that only does merchandise, and we know at all times I can ask him, how many extra large shirts of mine with the pyramid on it do we have in our truck right now? And he'll be able to tell me to the exact shirt. So we run it very similar to how you run a small business. And then when I do my shows, I always have people, even the people on stage, do multiple jobs. So there's an artist with us today named Mally, who's an incredible artist from where I'm from. He's a vet already. He's just now starting to tour. But so he does a set as the opener, but he's also the host for the whole night. We got one DJ that DJs for the entire show. So it's not 3 different artists, 3 different DJs. You know, then you go up from 3 hotel rooms with 6 guys. If you bring a DJ for everybody, you up to 7, 8, 9 hotel rooms. And that's an extra $100 a day times 60 days on the road, you know. So, you know, moving as slimline as possible, keeping a low overhead, learning about what equipment to bring with you. Like I bring my own turntables with me, I bring my own mixer with me that I own, because we want to make sure that we have the right stuff works every single night. Also, like I said, we have our own sound man. So even if you go in a place that club has bad sound, we bring a sound man that he knows how to go in there and rewire their sound system if need be. You know, the main struggle that I'm having with all of these things now is finding people of color to hire, you know, that have these skills.
Put them up high, get your hands high, put them up real high, you love your life, my life, and my God, and my songs. Good Lord, somebody say, oh, oh, say, oh, oh, say, oh, oh, now scream young.
So what I'm starting to realize is that I have to get involved with the sound man community, because I know that there are guys that are coming up learning how to mix, young brothers and sisters coming up learning how to mix sound. They're interested in it, but if you don't go out and drink with these guys every night, you might not even know that these jobs and these opportunities exist. But I know they exist, so I'm realizing that I'm gonna have to take a much more active role in terms of connecting people that want these jobs with the people that know how to mentor them.
We want to be. That's what I was talking about.
I would love
the
to
workshops.
move to an all-black staff. You know what I mean? And at this point, that's been very difficult to do. And it's because there's a good old boys network like everything else. The people that have had the exposure to the resources and training, they keep it really, you know, they deal with who they're comfortable with. And so I've had to be really proactive about, you know, finding people that come out of, you know, a young guy that comes out of the joint that maybe he was selling trees for a little while. He already knows about so many things about selling merchandise. You know what I mean? Knows how to interact with people, knows how to navigate different things. He can do math in his head off the rib like that. Things like inventory, things like, you know, these are things that people in the street already had. We already know how to do these things. But in terms of like how to translate that to a spreadsheet in a computer, you know, these are things that can be taught, you know, and so that's where I'm at with it. But I definitely really encourage everybody, and I would be down if you want when we come back to Philly again. I have a lot of fam in Philly, and so to do a straight up workshop on how to run your touring career like a small business. You know what I mean? So that it's lucrative.
Pretty sure we need some broads on all the shows. Do it till you took it, nigga, that I run.
I'm just messing with you, family. Yo, I saw you dancing. A lot of y'all, I saw y'all dancing all night. We appreciate that very much. Put both 2 fingers in the air. On the count of 3, everybody say amen and dedicate ourselves to peace. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Peace. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very, very much for coming today.
Right off the Broadway sub stop, Philadelphia, PA. Shot so loud you would think it was a club spot. African Americans, although we all over the web, we the hood librarians. We ship to prisons too. We reach out and deliver to those that's bitten too. But it's more than a bookstore. You want it, we got it. Mixtapes, DVDs, and culture products. Black and Nobel got our hands in a lot of projects. We welcome all to come build. The energy is positive. And remember, other teams is awake and conscious. Come through and experience this place of knowledge. They say they'll put it in a book if they wanna hide it from us. But we got them books so you can buy it from us. Something to read while you on a train or riding the bus. Get your read on, food for thought, get your eat on. Black and Nobel, I buy my books at Black and Nobel. Black and Nobel, I buy my books at Black and Nobel. Black and Nobel, I buy my books at Black and Nobel.